We are back. Another episode of the Kick Out Podcast. I go by the name of Ryan Skillit. On my left, we have Stephen.
Hello.
And we have Rival.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me today, guys. How are you both?
I'm good,
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
You were discooling me before we started recording on mineral water.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I had Evian. I'm not going to show it because we're not sponsored by Evian. But
No.
so you're saying Evian water is not good for you?
I'm saying all mineral water is not good for you.
So Highland spring water is good?
Spring water, yeah, Highland spring water, that's my top one I'd go to.
So what's the difference between... So that's not mineral water either? That's not...
No, that's spring.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's spring. It's in the
within
name.
the title.
It's in
Within
the
the
name.
title.
Oh.
Yeet. So spring water.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you know this? How do you know this?
Someone schooled me because I used to love Volvic. So I was just be drinking Volvic. And then one day he's like, you know, that's mineral water. And then I did a little Google, saw the difference. I said, okay, spring is
Because
what
the
you...
pH,
yeah.
the pH
It's
level.
the
pH
pH
levels.
level, and you want water that comes from a spring, not just
This
like...
is the reason why Rival's skin is glistening right now.
I'm
He's
trying.
drinking the right
I'm trying.
water,
Bro.
man.
I'm
Change
trying,
it up,
bro.
man.
I'm trying.
Last episode we did last week, Stephen, we didn't talk about something important. We didn't
Yeah.
talk about the Netflix merger deal. I've got some notes down here. We're just gonna go straight into it.
Yeah, come on.
So WWE has a merger with Netflix. WWE are going to join Netflix in a 10-year, $5 billion deal.
Yep.
In the UK, the whole WWE network will probably be available on
Yeah.
Netflix, but with the US, it just might only be Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and the PLEs.
Okay.
So I don't know what does that look like for pay-per-view buys and stuff like that. That's going to happen on Netflix.
I saw that they did the announcement for Raw on Netflix, but have they announced that going forward from 2025, it's just going to be all...
I think in
That way.
the UK, the reason why they discontinuing the network is
Yeah.
I think the network's going to be on Netflix.
Yeah, they're going to have the whole back catalogue.
So it's going to be like you know how Disney has. I don't know if anyone has Disney Plus here.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You have the Marvel. You have the
It's like Prime.
Star Wars. Yeah,
Prime do the same
you
thing.
can-
Yeah.
So you'll probably click on the WWE thing.
Yeah,
everything
and
will come
comes
up.
up.
That's all right.
Which is a
Yeah.
great
I'm
deal.
not mad at
That's
that.
a very good deal. We all know that WWE merged with UFC, forming TKO Sports. Last week we mentioned that The Rock joined
Yeah.
on the board.
Yep.
And I forgot to mention that he now owns his name.
Yep.
We didn't mention that last week, did we?
We did, I think.
Oh, I think we did. Okay,
Yeah,
so The Rock
Scan
owns his own name.
mentioned
And they rang the bell last week. The open trading in the stock exchange, which is a huge deal. Which is a great way to export your products on the global market. It's a fantastic move between WWE, if I'm honest. And you got to look at the positives that will benefit Netflix here. Live shows each week will open advertising, so that means they might even decrease the subscription amount. If they're going to get loads of money advertising through WWE,
If they get UFC on top of this deal...
Which I think they will.
Then
it's crazy. It's gone.
subscription's going up.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyways, what we didn't get to mention last week, because I think once we recorded the pod, this news broke out, maybe even on the same day,
Same day or a couple days
maybe
later.
a couple of days.
Whatever.
Anyways, 2 days later, Vince McMahon, who was on the board of the TKO Sports, found himself in hot water again when a lawsuit dropped that Vince McMahon is accused of sexual trafficking and sexual abuse. Some of the stuff I'm not going to get into that we mentioned it on the group chat, Rival.
Yeah.
It was wild what we read that he's done. Vince denies all allegations, but the lawsuit of the details was published on the Wall Street Journal. And in recent years, it was revealed that he had paid hush money to women for his sexual exploits, which he had to resign from the WWE. But now it looks like he has now resigned from TKO Sports. So, first question, I'm going to go to you, Rival, if you don't mind kicking this off.
Yeah.
Do you believe the allegations?
I saw some of the text messages, so it's very hard to not like.
I'm not
believe.
laughing, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at what's happening. But
It's wild, man.
when you said you saw some of the text messages, did you do what I did and read it in Visit Man's voice?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
And Stephen, I guess you read it as well.
Yeah, I read it, man.
It does sound like he done all that stuff, man.
Just go, mate.
Yeah.
Just go. At this point, like, there's been stuff before, like...
Yeah. It's wild, bro.
Yeah.
We're not going to do anything else more about this. We're not going to talk about Vince McMahon anymore. But yes, I think Vince McMahon stepping down is a great
It's the best thing that
best thing to happen for WWE.
business-wise. Best thing
They
that
can
could
keep
happen.
the deal and focus on the future,
And
be a better company for
I think
everyone.
Triple H has got a good lead with where he wants to take the company. You got Nick Khan as well on board.
Yeah.
The branding that is happening now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff happening that's good for that. I think in such a short amount of time with Vince not being there, you can see things like production credits for do you see CM Punk's and
I did.
Cody's?
I did see that.
That little bit, it gives it like an NFL sort of sports feel, but
amazing.
I like it.
Yeah,
So
100%.
I think changes slowly like that are only going to benefit WWE.
Nick Khan and Triple H. I mean, Triple H introduced Nick Khan to Vince McMahon
Yeah.
years ago, and Vince McMahon hired him to be part. But Nick Khan has taken
Amazing
this
job.
industry to another level.
By
Man.
storm.
It's crazy. So, yeah, man. Only positive stuff. Hopefully, from now on, we don't hear any more of this crazy stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. Let's talk about Royal Rumble 2024.
Oh man.
One of the famous top 4 pay-per-views in WWE history: Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. We were talking about it last week, how excited we are for Royal Rumble. I watched it. Big up to Paul from Hooked on Wrestling. Gave me a couple seats free to watch it at the event at Wembley Stadium at Box Park. Not Wembley Stadium, at Wembley.
Box Park Wembley. You was watching it at Box Park Wembley. That's a stadium. This was not all in.
Every time I say Wembley, stadium just comes out automatically.
I hear it. I do
at
understand
Wembley
that, though.
at
Yeah,
Box
yeah.
Park. Where did you guys? You guys watch it at your comfort, your own home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm honest with you, I'm very envious.
Sometimes some PLEs, I genuinely find that I want to be outside for them,
Bro.
but there's a home feel that like I feel like the big 4. Maybe WrestleMania now I might be a bit more open to.
Yeah.
But I enjoy grabbing a bunch of snacks
Yeah.
and just having a little sleep at 10.
Yeah.
Wake up about 12.
Yeah.
Get the snacks together.
No,
Unwind.
absolutely.
Little, wrestling, little kickoff preview,
That's
you know what I mean? Yeah.
And
See
sometimes-
what Booker
and some-
T's got to say. You know what I mean?
You could sleep through some matches if you don't
Oh,
watch
it's
it.
fantastic,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Set the alarm.
You
for
just
like
wake
20
up and
minutes.
it's great. It is great.
You know? It was in Florida, wasn't it? It was held in Florida.
Yeah.
Yep.
At the Tropicana Field Stadium in St.
Never
Louis,
heard of that
Petersburg,
stadium in my
Florida.
life.
I guess NFL fans.
Yeah, all of these stadiums sometimes I listen to the name of them and I think it must be nice to go there, but I've never heard of the
Yeah.
Tropicana
I
Stadium.
think they
in
just
my life.
change the names and like sponsorship and stuff like
Yeah.
quite often. So
Yeah.
maybe like
Yeah.
they change it every now and again.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
type of thing.
And it kicked off. It looked like a great stadium. You know, they always show out when it comes to them field stadium
great.
pay-per-views,
That's great.
or PLEs, I should say. And Pat McAfee
He's
arrives.
back.
He's back.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think he's back for only special pay-per-views. I'm
No,
assuming.
He's back
He's
on.
back
Oh
on
no, you're right.
Raw.
There was
He's
news
back
that
on Raw
yeah,
now.
there's news
Michael
that
Cole. Yeah. They're back on
McAfee
Raw.
and Cole are doing Raw.
And then Graves
And Barrett,
Wade
Barrett,
Bad News, yeah.
Yeah.
on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Corey and Barrett.
Yeah,
Corey and Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett, yeah.
And Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. So
That's
that's a good,
That's a solid team.
a double.
And they got rid of
Yeah, Kevin.
that guy. What's his
Kevin
name?
That's right. Right, but that's why they got rid of him, bro.
Is it Patrick?
Yeah, he was Irish, wasn't he?
Kevin
Yeah.
Patrick as a
Poor-
fellow
poor
Irishman.
guy, man.
I know. I'm sorry, bro. He seemed like a really nice
Nah,
guy.
it was time.
though.
It was time.
He was
time to go, man.
really good on the podcast with
Yeah.
Corey Graves. He's like a
Yeah, I'm surprised they
Same
fired
block.
him. You could have
Yeah,
you could have
it is a
just
bit.
moved his position. You could have said to him, you know what, we think you fit better doing podcasts. Maybe you could go and do the bump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something
oh,
like
You
that.
know what I
he'd been-
mean?
yeah,
like
yeah,
to,
yeah.
to fire him is a bit harsh.
To
But they are
completely release
packed.
him was a bit.
It's a bit harsh, especially
They
you
are
were-
back. There's a pack star. It's a star-studded cast right now.
True.
And only the best are gonna survive in
And
this. You know what I mean?
it does look that way.
Because it's great.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
great.
it is
though.
good, yeah.
So let's talk about the Royal Rumble match. This was it kicked off with everybody. We all knew the women's were gonna kick it off.
Of course.
And entry number 1 was Natalia, a very seasoned veteran, maybe possibly the most seasoned.
why don't they
wrestler in
let
the
this
women's-
Why don't they let her win
Yeah.
something?
She's a great. You know what? She's a great hand.
In ring, consistent.
Yeah.
She's
just
like
not
the
a great.
she's like the
talker.
equivalent of the Miz. Hard working,
Without the charisma.
never no injuries.
Without the charisma.
Yeah, I can't listen. I can't listen to her talk,
not
man.
promo wise, definitely not talking wise, but just in ring
Yeah.
ability. There's something that can be done there.
Natalia's an incredible worker, and I think it was right to put her number 1 because
Yeah.
she can help carry the match, which I think she did quite well.
Yeah,
Number 2 though, the return
feeling the glow.
of
Yeah.
Naomi. I think we all knew she was. She left TNA, she dropped the belt to Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
In a great match, and we all knew she was coming, but
Number 2 is.
I
a
guess we
wild
didn't know it'd be
though.
number 2.
Number
And it was-
2 is disrespectful a little bit.
No, but I think
actually
no.
quite
I
liked
don't
it,
know.
to
I
be fair.
disagree. I think it's a great spot.
You know what? I think because the Rumble is about surprise entrance, number 2 feels like you've just sat down at the Tropicana Stadium. You maybe got a Tropicana. And you're trying to You're trying to figure this out. You get? But number 2, like you could sit down to your seat and miss the first 4 people that come in the ring because it's so early.
I understand, but I do think it was the perfect spot.
It was great. It's a great surprise, but bloody hell, it's quick.
But it was. I think it set the tone. I think it set the tone of what's gonna happen.
I think if you're gonna have her entrance, like it has to be either 1 or 2. Do you know what I mean? Because like all the lights go down.
Yeah, and you have the entrance back.
I would have swapped her with Jordan from TNA.
So that's a surprise entrance number 2 with Jordan Grace.
Yeah, man. Run that one.
Well, I think it was great.
It was fantastic. Either way you get it. It was good.
Great to have you back, Naomi, man. We missed you. Yeah. So, and her and Natalia was doing a bunch of back and forth. Naomi kept splitting every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
and then Bayley came onto a huge pop.
Yep.
Big up Naomi, she got a great pop. Oh yeah, and we have to mention the welcome back chants that had Naomi crying.
Yes. That was really
that was a good moment.
That was sweet.
That was very sweet. That was like
wholesome.
The welcome back chants was awesome. Yeah. We did miss Naomi, but Bayley shows up, and I think this was everybody's favorite to win. We all said that last week.
100%.
And Bayley, man, she's just a magnificent worker, man. She's just in there getting the best of the 2 competitors. Candice LeRae was number 4.
Yeah.
Then we had Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockouts Women's Champion.
Before we carry this on, Candice LeRae, did you see when she came out?
Yeah, with the
music hit.
Yeah, I know.
What's going on with the character
building? There is a lot of people lost in the shuffle at the moment.
Really upsetting, yo.
I think
she could have stayed in NXT at this rate.
Yeah.
It is difficult though. I mean, one thing WWE does well is they could always turn it around.
Yeah, that's true.
And but I know what you mean. Is this like some people just come straight from NXT, build a name, a rep there, and it doesn't matter when they come to it. Just doesn't matter.
But what I'm learning with WWE is that now they're very much easing back into just letting the NXT characters be the NXT characters. Like Braun Breaker, we're gonna use at the Rumble. He didn't really get no change or nothing in his character. He's still the guy that does the spearing. They're not trying to change him. They're easing up a little bit, but whereas some of the characters that kind of got the draft to Raw and SmackDown, I don't know what's going on with them because they've been there for so long and we didn't see anything happening with the characters that they can get forgotten about. So when you get a Rumble and the music hits, you're like, oh, keep it going, man.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
How great was Jordan Grace though?
Really, that was amazing.
My personal MVP of the match.
I think she might. We're gonna after we review this match.
You know what? She's coming to WWE.
Yeah, of course she is.
That was a tryout.
Great, man.
She looked incredible.
And Bianca Belair eliminated her with amazing finish. That was amazing.
True.
Yeah. But she looked great.
Great.
After we review this match, we're gonna do little mini awards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Jordan Grace was incredible. I mean, I've followed her work for a long time, and she's always been solid in the ring. But I didn't expect her to be like. She was miles ahead of a load of women in there, bro.
On 10.
She was incredible. So big up Jordan Grace. Great to see her wrestling in a WWE ring. Indy Hartwell was next. I think she was the first elimination. I think she only was in the ring for 3 minutes and 23 seconds. And she was eliminated by Bayley. So
it's a good elimination.
Yeah. And then Asuka was next.
Yes.
And Asuka came in, doing her thing. Ivy Nile from NXT. No, she's in the main roster now. She's
Raw.
on NXT. Yeah, she's on Raw now. Katana Chance. One thing this match highlight for me is how many name changes they've had since. Because I haven't. Sometimes I'll watch certain segments in wrestling, but I will just skip some matches or whatever. So I didn't realize that girl. She what's her name again back in NXT? Casey Katana or something. She's a date Ricochet. Katana Chance.
Oh really?
Yeah, her name was Casey. Her real name is Casey Cantero or something like that.
I have no
So
idea.
they changed her name to Katana Chance. I was like, oh okay. Yeah, she comes in next. She did some great spots. Katana Chance. Bianca Belair.
Of course.
The EST. And she ended up eliminating Jordan Grace.
Yeah, she had some real good eliminations in this Rumble.
For sure. Kairi Sane was next.
Yep.
She did the Kofi spot.
Was it?
I think it was supposed to be the Kofi spot.
It was.
Look,
I think
I'm
it was
gonna be
supposed
honest.
to be.
The Kofi spot died when was it Gunther kicked him off, and he just went flying off the chair in that last Rumble.
Last year's one.
That is when the chair spot died, and I feel like it got buried.
Didn't Gunter bury Kofi again? Didn't he chop him out of the ring or something? Or maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe somebody else eliminated Kofi.
Oh no, did he chop? He might. We'd have to go back and watch it. I'm not too sure, but I just remember the chair. All of that goofy Kofi stuff that used to happen. I feel like it died after that chair spot, because that chair spot was violent.
Tegan Knox comes in next. So she didn't even last long. She's like 1 minute 22 seconds. Got eliminated by Bayley.
Yeah.
Kaden Carter, which is the tag team partner of Katana Chance, comes in. Chelsea Green, which she was phenomenal.
I do like Chelsea Green.
She's amazing, man.
I do like Chelsea Green.
She's a great worker. She's funny.
Yeah.
She got some great. She had me busting up. Her and Piper Nevin did some good stuff together. That spot where she fell into Piper Nevin's arms. And she's gonna get dropped.
And she kept getting squashed.
Yeah.
That was funny as well. Yeah.
Xia Li comes in next. Zelina Vega. But all of the people I'm mentioning now all got destroyed by Nia Jax. We'll talk about Nia Jax's performance in this. Maxine Dupree.
Yep.
Who, that backwards worm spot she did.
Oh, you're talking about with Bayley.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was her fault or Bayley's.
Okay.
I was still trying to figure it out.
The positioning was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't, honestly, from looking at all these, I'd say the last 4 Rumbles, I don't think it's like very organized beforehand. Because sometimes when you look at some of the spots, it looks like people are doing absolutely nothing. Like, and then, I don't know, it just seems a bit strange sometimes. Like, I don't know like how much goes into the conversation of how they, like placements in the Rumble and stuff like that. But
they must go in like groups or something. Like if they come out at 20, they might have to do their spot with someone that came out in like 19 or something, and like work around like that. But
it must be the number.
But sometimes it just seems a bit very like spot trying to figure out what we're gonna do. All right, cool. And then it's like, and then I'm a bit like, all right.
It looks a bit messy, but yeah.
Number 19. I'm gonna have to say, I know you mentioned Jordan Grace being the MVP. I think I'm gonna give it to Nia Jax.
Fair enough.
I think she was brilliant, man.
Yeah.
I think she was awesome. She come in, she bulldozer. Let's see all the eliminations Nia Jax here. So we got Ivy Nile, Nia Jax. Katana Chance, Nia Jax. Piper Nevin, Nia Jax. Xia Li, Nia Jax. Shotzi, Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler
was Nia Jax.
Yeah. Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax. Valhalla, that's that woman. That's the thing that from NXT UK, isn't it? They changed her name.
But you got to add R-Truth in that one.
Yeah, R-Truth.
R-Truth. That was hilarious. We'll talk about that in a minute. R-Truth. Michin. She just clean house.
Yeah. But all of that is to set up.
Of course. Which we'll talk about in a minute. So Nia Jax comes in and she just, like I just mentioned, she just running riot, eliminating everybody left, right, center. You got Shotzi comes in next, who was eliminated by Nia Jax. Then Becky Lynch. Alba Fire comes in, gets eliminated by Naomi. And then I think it was... Who dashed Zelina Vega onto Alba Fire? Was it Alba Fire?
I can't remember.
There was a spot with... Who eliminated Zelina Vega here? Let's have a look here.
Is it Nia?
It might be Nia, you know.
Sounds about Nia.
Yeah, must be.
But then again, it might be Bianca Belair. I'm trying to think of all the women that can do like crazy like.
It was Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
Someone strong. Okay. You know what I mean?
Nia Jax killed it. Anyway, Alba Fire comes in. Shayna Baszler comes in, gets eliminated by Nia Jax. Valhalla comes in, and then R-Truth
puts himself in the wrong Royal Rumble.
Runs past her. Everyone's confused. He's looking confused as he runs to the ring, gets into the ring. Yeah. Confused, like, why is this women in here?
Yeah, why are you here?
Nia Jax dashes him out.
Is that an elimination as well?
It's not counted as elimination.
Oh,
he went to the wrong Royal Rumble.
She's putting in work.
And he said to the GM, "There are women in there." Yeah. So good. Archie's so good.
Pick him
and then
up,
obviously
man.
That distraction causes Valhalla to get eliminated. Michin gets eliminated by Nia Jax. Zoe Stark gets eliminated by we'll talk about who that is. So Zoe Stark's next. Roxanne Perez is next. They do some good spots. But then, the moment of the Rumble, let's be honest. I think this was the moment of the Rumble.
Go on.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 28. The debut of Jade Cargill. And she looks amazing. I think
incredible.
I think this is one opinion that was across the board with all wrestling fans when she was in AEW. You can just tell
She's a star.
she's a star.
100%.
Like, you just look at her charisma, her personality. Yes, she's got a lot to work on in terms of in-ring, but in terms of her personality, charisma, star power.
From the
way she
stare,
looks-
you can tell
Yeah.
there's something there
Yeah,
already.
she just looks like a
yeah,
superhero.
yeah, 100%.
So there was the right place for her was always WWE,
Yeah.
and they presented her like a star. They kept the music. They've kind of tweaked it a bit, so there's no copyright
remixing,
laws.
yeah.
They remixed
But
it.
some I heard I did read that she owns the original.
Yeah, I think she does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
But I think they still tweaked it though, even though she
Yeah,
owns the
100%.
original.
Yeah, you know, it's WWE. They
Yeah,
have
they
to
need
find
to-
some
yeah.
way
They
need
to
to own it.
They
That's
gotta own
great,
it.
man.
They gotta own it. Yeah, yeah.
What do you want? Oh, I can't do that voice no more. It's not him anymore.
You gotta start figuring out what Nick Khan's voice is like.
Yeah, I
Gotta
don't
do
know what
the
Nick Khan
light.
sounds like.
Yeah.
It's probably Triple H. Though,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
Triple H.
Yeah.
We wanna
He's
make
gonna
sure.
come with the stats first.
Jade, we wanna make sure we.
First and foremost, the
Yeah,
PLEs we did amazing. And then he's gonna
Did
get
great
into
numbers
like-
here.
like-
Jade, you did great in AEW, but we want to make sure we evolve, and we want to, you know what I mean? You gotta take the fame. And
He had a
make it better.
very calm way of letting us know we're working on a better product than AEW with Jade Cargill.
Yeah, of course,
And she's gonna take a little time.
100%.
He
He's a
100%
G.
told us that.
He's a
'cause
G.
He was like training before. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but you know, what-
Yeah.
so yeah, big up Jade.
Jade,
man.
she's looking like
Amazing.
$1 million.
100%.
Everybody stood up in that arena.
That little teaser with Bianca. And
Yeah,
Man, we're talking
yeah,
about that.
was-
So she comes
oh.
in, and first thing she does is go straight for Nia Jax. The crowd went nuts. Nia
Picked
Jax
her
had her
up.
up in like on her shoulders. She reverses it, picks her up, slams her down, does the Booker T axe kick into the ropes, picks her up, body slams her over the top. The crowd goes crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, what a
A
pop.
star is born.
Yeah.
Even Becky Lynch held to part of that. wasn't it?
Yeah,
Becky
yeah.
Lynch's
Her
reaction,
reaction.
of her being eliminated. And then the other spot that was this great is when let's talk about it because Tiffany Stratton comes in afterwards. Liv Morgan comes afterwards, and Tiffany Stratton. We'll talk about her as well. How
Yeah.
she's another star. And there's a spot where I believe it was Bianca Belair had Liv Morgan in a gorilla press.
Yep.
Jade Cargill had Becky Lynch
Yeah.
in a gorilla press. They both let
Little
go,
face
Ultimate
off,
Warrior
yeah.
style. And they this face off, and the whole arena just stands up again.
It's crazy.
This is money, right?
Big money.
I mean, this is what
Definitely.
everybody was saying that this was the dream match, Bianca
Yeah.
versus Jade for years.
This is the Here Comes the Money at the beginning of Shane McMahon's music. That's
Yeah,
this-
yeah,
that's
But you
the
know what's
moment.
crazy?
Yeah.
I didn't realize Bianca and Jade are not that far apart in terms of height.
Is this the first time that you thought they'd be a good match, or even
No,
with
I always
AEW,
thought it'd be a
I've
good
always
match, but
thought,
I just don't know why I just assumed Jade is taller. But
yeah.
they look like the
No,
same.
Bianca's
like,
about
yeah,
the
yeah.
same
same
height,
time.
apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
But
that.
then at the same time, they do wear these boots.
Yeah, yeah.
That we don't
True,
actually.
And I think they made the moves.
You know,
They probably
so-
made Jade look taller on purpose. I mean, not Jade. Bianca looked taller on purpose.
Yeah, there's that as well. You just never know. I thought Bianca and Jordan Grace had a better face off. There was a little moment.
That was
But
a great moment.
That was cool.
That was
Because they
good.
got physical. I was
Yeah.
like, this is money now.
Yeah.
Like
True.
a TNA WWE match at like a Mania would be amazing.
There was a nice little spot between Jordan Grace and what's her name again? Ivy Nile. with
Yeah,
the
yeah. Oh,
suplexes.
that would be a good match
That
as
was
well.
there.
But
And Ivy
then,
Nile- she kind of botched the kip up, but
Yeah.
she got her with a nice spin kick. That was
yeah.
great. So
But I think because they don't own the Jordan Grace
yeah.
in any entity,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
probably might have to wait maybe like 2 more years or so.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably be another year.
Yeah.
It's probably be a year. She's probably gonna carry this
That's
title.
happening.
Yeah,
That is
no,
happening.
They
Yeah,
saw
that
that.
is
They were like,
happening.
yeah, cool.
And they've already got Naomi over there to work with her, so
Yeah.
it's magic.
Amazing. But yeah, excited to see what happens between Bianca and Jade going forward, leading up to WrestleMania.
Yeah, man.
Tiffany Stratton, amazing talent from NXT. Her
Fantastic.
moonsaults, her
Crazy. The moonsaults
athleticism,
are crazy.
swanton bombs. She just,
Crazy.
and she looks great.
Yeah.
She looks like a star. She's got a bright future. And then Liv Morgan was number 30, who came back from that issue she had with the police. Didn't she get arrested? Something
Yeah,
like that?
something.
With some weed or something?
Yeah.
Big up Liv Morgan, man.
Yeah, man.
Figure out.
But yeah, let's talk about the final four, which I believe was Liv, Jade, Bayley, and Stratton. Who eliminated Bianca Belair?
That's a good question.
Well,
Wasn't Bianca in the 4?
I don't think she was.
No, I don't think
I think
so.
it might have been Stratton.
She didn't make it?
Bianca was eliminated by Bayley.
Okay. So we've got Bayley.
No, you might be right, actually. The final four.
Yeah, I think it was that. Bayley eliminated. So obviously Jade eliminated Naomi and Becky. Bianca Belair got eliminated by Bayley.
Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton got eliminated by Bayley.
Yeah.
And obviously when Liv and Jade was the last three was Jade, Liv, and Bayley. Jade and Liv was fighting on the apron, and Liv did a kick that knocked Jade off.
Yeah.
And then Bayley knocked Liv off.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Bayley, man. She deserves. She deserves.
100%.
Storytelling of damage control continues.
It's gonna be great. Yeah,
this is great.
It has to be Bayley.
WWE maybe they're 3-0 on factions right now.
Yeah,
we've got Bloodline. That story. Yeah, it's I think it's was it the third inning we're on now?
Yeah.
Potentially, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would say so.
But we know something's still happening. Judgment Day, I feel like their stories just very much filling the gap where Bloodline was taking over for a long time. We've got them, and now we've got all women's faction, and that storyline development has been great because I've thought for the longest there's way too many members in there, but they're making it work, and I think ultimately we're gonna get the great face turn for Bayley. Bring back the inflatable people them and lift up. Think
she'll do that now as a grown woman? I don't think she would.
Bring them back. She was doing it as a grown woman then.
No, but you know what I mean. I think she's evolved to another level now. I don't think she would want to do that.
Face turn? You don't think they do it?
I think they'll do a face turn with Bayley, but
you don't think they bring back the balloons?
Nah.
I think she has the opportunity.
I think they bring back the balloons.
I think she has the opportunity to kind of come back as a face, but in a different way.
Yeah,
she could. She could bring them back at Mania or something. Like when she goes,
like a nice
something like that.
Yeah. I think that would be good. Don't bring it back every week, but if you do it as a special one-off,
that would be.
The fans will go crazy.
That would be good. That would be good still.
Okay, let's give us some awards for this Royal Rumble match. I've written down 5 awards that we have to give. Who was the MVP? I'm going to go with you first, Stephen, and then we'll ask you afterwards, Michael. Obviously, you both could give out different awards.
Are we doing women's for this?
Yeah, for the women's one.
Okay, cool.
MVP of the women's Royal Rumble match.
What's the name of the TNA lady?
You said Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace, yeah. I thought she just
looked. With that?
Yeah, I'm sticking with it, man. I thought she was amazing. Like I haven't really seen much of her before. She come in, I'm like coming in with a belt. I'm like, okay, TNA champion,
as well.
Looking amazing. Yeah, good face-offs. Yeah, she just performed. She looked like out of everyone in there that she was around, I thought she looked great. She looked like
I like that. Rival?
I'm stuck between 2 names, being Bianca and Bayley, but I'm going to sway more towards Bayley because I was proper rooting for her from the minute she went in there. I was like, you got this now. Don't fall. Like it was good. So I'll go with
Bayley's definitely on the MVP list. I'm gonna still give it to Nia. I think her performance was brilliant.
That was probably her best Rumble.
That was a great performance by Nia. Very convincing. Best moment. I think we were gonna agree is the Jade Cargill moment.
Yeah. I was going with Truth.
I
was going with Truth.
I think Truth had the best moment in the men's Rumble match we were going to get into.
You know what it is with Truth? It's the fact that, like, because he's so funny, even in a women's Royal Rumble, you got to give him, like, the littlest piece of commentary.
Yeah.
And we could hear him and Nick, not Nick, what's the general manager's name again?
Adam Pearce.
There we go. Him and Adam have a great dynamic.
So they do.
So there is a category here called funniest spot.
Okay.
So maybe Truth wins that.
So
best moment Jade.
Best moment,
Best moment Jade. Funniest spot. Truth wins that.
Yeah.
Or I was gonna say Chelsea Green.
That was funny.
I think Chelsea Green was amazing. The selling she was doing.
I'm still gonna give it to Truth, but I do like the Chelsea Green.
I'm gonna give it to Chelsea Green because I'm gonna give Truth his award for the men. The men's bit was just incredible.
He's the best.
The hot tag.
We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. I guess there was no Kofi moment. I guess I was gonna say the Kyrie Zayn was the Kofi moment, but.
Was it though?
It was supposed to be.
It was attempted.
I was like, where did this go? Like, did someone come?
Did she touch the floor? Did you guys see it?
She was holding on, and then she.
I do have a very important question, but I will save it to the very end that I want to get to when it comes to the Rumble. But I'm not sure about that moment. It just felt very weird.
I think a mistake happened. I definitely think it was a botch.
100%. No, you could tell it was a botch from the way Asuka got eliminated.
Yeah, Asuka told
it looked like she was flagging someone down to kick her off.
She said, "Come, kick me." And it was like the cameraman is caught right there.
Yeah, I'm just like, don't do that, cameraman.
Yeah, and the cameraman flopped. And the worst performance in the Women's Rumble.
Ooh.
Who kept butching? There was a lot of butches in this match.
Worst person in the Royal Rumble. Oh man, that's hard, bro.
That's
They all
I'm
did
going to say
a great
Maxine
job.
Dupree. Sorry, Maxine.
Oh, what for the spin?
It's just that whole...
That could be on Bayley though.
It could
Don't
be.
do that.
It could be, but...
She was also just kind of doing the shoe thing a bit too much.
Yeah, well, there's that as well.
Yeah, I don't
She's
know.
following Gable's footsteps.
True,
She's
true,
trying,
true.
man. She's trying. There's still character development to occur with Maxine, but she's doing a good job as a manager right now.
Yeah, no, she is. She's an
Yeah.
amazing talent. All right, let's talk about the fatal four-way match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
yes.
Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles, LA Knight, and Randy Orton. I'm going with you first, Stephen. What did you think of this match?
I thought it was all right.
Okay.
I thought it was okay. I think all of them looked quite good. They're all obviously going for Roman at the beginning. I thought AJ looked quite good. Like on the back of last week, like he kind of felt like he was proper going for it. You know, phenomenal forearm and all that.
Yeah.
But the thing is like every time that Roman steps into the ring with anybody that isn't, I guess, Cody Rhodes. It's the better question is who is he going to pin rather than you know what I mean.
That's a good point.
But I thought it was okay for what a fatal four-way was.
Good back and forth between all four competitors. Rival, do you believe the finish is too predictable now?
What you know? What do they call it on Sundays when they repeat?
Omnibus.
Here we go.
Omnibus.
I feel like we're watching a bit of Bloodline Omnibus.
We're watching EastEnders
A bit of Sunday Omnibus at the minute with the Bloodline right now. We had the solo pull of the hoodie.
Why? Yeah, it just didn't
Oh,
make sense.
my
It just didn't make sense.
I'm sure he thinks that hoodie is the invisible cloak from Harry Potter. Because
100%.
I don't know if he thinks we can't see him when he puts it over his head, but we know it's you.
Yeah.
There's no one around this size. It's only you that's barefoot.
And
If you got to put on some J's, we might think it's a Uso. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro. I
this
agree.
is getting insane.
There was
Great
no need
match,
for it.
but you've got 4 great superstars, so common sense. But I feel like, let's take the Rumble from last year to now. Yeah, last year you had Sami Zayn chair shot, amazing storytelling. It's nothing to do with the match. This one is about him keeping the title, but I feel like for them to lean into a story that we care about again, let's look at it a bit more like he could lose this title within the next title match that he's in. Fatal 4-way, everything's against him. How is he going to win the match?
Yeah.
But he's winning the match the same way he was winning a singles match.
I agree.
That's insane.
Yeah, I agree.
They also have the opportunity to they've got Randy, LA Knight, and AJ. Why does Solo have to come in? They could do something different with that.
That's exactly what you're saying.
They could do something amazing to where it looks like, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing AJ Styles and LA Knight at WrestleMania because none of them are title contenders right now.
Yeah.
But they could eventually have so much hostility that we get to see that match. Randy Orton could get the interruption with Solo in a different way to set up their match somewhere else.
Right.
And then LA Knight can just take the fall.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Who took the fall? LA Knight.
Yeah, I think he did. He did, yeah.
I just thought, absolutely what you're saying is correct. Especially Reigns going into WrestleMania, he shouldn't be winning matches.
It should look like
by
pressure.
by outside interference.
Yeah.
He should not be. He should be
Just Solo all the time.
like look like he's escaped for his life, like he's lucky to win, but he still won by himself. Does that make sense?
I have a wild prediction about
it's
what
because they're
gonna
gonna do Solo Reigns. It's gonna do a Solo Reigns.
I feel like what they're gonna do at Mania is similar to what they did with Sting and Triple H, where you've got one side NWO. And then you see like a Sami Zayn.
If he's gonna be shenanigans,
to make sure no one can do, so then he can win the title.
Yeah.
That's what.
So if he's gonna be shenanigans, basically.
They're gonna try shenanigans, and I think some from there is gonna be a save because they did. What match was it? Was it the Rumble? No, it wasn't the Rumble. When did Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens come out to help?
Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
WrestleMania.
So that happened at Mania. So I think we get a similar thing, but this time the numbers are even. No foolery. Cody Cutter.
Interesting.
I think The Rock comes out and helps Cody.
There's that as
Sets
well.
up the match for next
and then we
year.
get a 1 year prequel to the next Mania. That might happen as well.
Oh yeah, if we have some promos where Reigns is coming at The Rock, know that The Rock's coming. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. good match nonetheless. But yes, I agree.
The RKO was amazing.
Yeah.
The
of course,
RKO was
of course.
amazing. They always are amazing.
Randy Orton never falls short when it comes to RKOs.
And I like the save that Reigns gave him during that RKO.
Yeah.
Well. That was very nice. He's saving the back there, man.
Mm.
We need him at Mania at this point.
Yeah, 100%. Let's talk about Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens.
That was a good match.
Yeah, it was.
I like Logan Paul as a wrestler.
Yeah, same.
As a person, I'm not really on YouTube like that. But as a wrestler, he's great. He's great.
Yeah, he's doing great things.
I just don't want him to injure himself trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
But he is a good in-ring, and he feels like, some people, you just give them the knowledge and they move like a sponge. He seems like he's absorbing all of this information and doing better every single match.
I think if you're a natural athlete and you're a fan of wrestling, you just adapt so quickly.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
you look at Kurt Angle. You can see like he just came from doing amateur and then went straight into being one of the top stars, WWE champion.
Yeah.
But you can see that Logan Paul's putting in the work, man. And it's the first time in WWE history where the referee has eyes.
Yeah.
Where they can see the knuckle dusters for the first time.
That was a great finish.
That was a great finish.
So just for those who don't know what we're talking about, obviously the finish was that Logan Paul was given brass knucks by his podcast mate. Was that his podcast mate that jumped over the barrier?
Podcast mate.
Yeah, I didn't recognise him. But
I think it's part of the podcast. I think what's Logan Paul's podcast called?
Impulsive. I've never seen that guy that came out. I don't know who that was.
I assumed he was part of the. Yeah, I watched it too. There's a guy that looks like there was a guy that looks like X-Pac.
Yeah. that guy's always with me.
Yeah.
But the other guy, I've
never seen him.
So anyway, somebody gave him brass knucks, and then he went to use it on Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens reverses it, takes it off him, and knocks him out with the brass knucks to a great pop by the crowd. Goes for the pin. It looks like the referee's gonna count 1, 2, and the way the referee looked up and saw the brass knucks, brilliant. Called it. Kevin Owens is disqualified for using a legal foreign object.
Yep.
And Logan Paul retains. So I guess this feud might continue to Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, you
Probably
could do
in
that.
Australia, and then Logan Paul get his
can.
opponent for Mania, whoever that may be.
Yeah, I can see it happening.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the men's Royal Rumble, the main event of Royal Rumble 2024. Entry number 1 was Jay, so I think we all could have guessed entry number 2 was Jimmy.
I would have. You know what? Yeah, I might have been the only one in my house that was like, "Oh my god!" Like they're giving us Mania quick. Like,
yeah,
I think that was brilliant.
A bit of similar moves though. Fucking hell, like that was a bit like
they are a similar wrestler.
Bloody hell,
they do wrestle exactly the same.
But it's just like the little subtle hits to the face, and then like maybe the duck down. They might do a little move. I'm like, come on, this is too alike.
But it's like Ken versus Ryu, isn't it?
No, but wrap this up so we can get the Usos back.
True.
Wrap it up so we can get the Usos again. Them together right now with how they've done the character building.
No, but Jay's a star though.
Yeah.
Jay's a star, man.
Do you give him a singles run?
I'd 1000% give that man a singles run. I see. He needs to beat Gunther.
Wow.
That would put him over.
Oh my god.
He needs to beat Gunther.
Jay needs to beat Gunther.
I think I need some of that Evian. What are you talking about right now?
You don't think so?
What?
Nah.
If you want to make him a
Jay
star.
Uso beat Gunther.
Why not? Who do you want Gunther to lose to? Who right now in that roster can benefit from beating Gunther?
Andrade.
I would love that.
He's on Raw now.
I would love their match, but I think Jay should beat Gunther.
But then I've got Gable as like my. I think Gable and Gunther have like great matches.
They have business.
And I just feel like Gable, just give him a title to this. Let's just see what he can do because he's so amazing in ring.
I like both of those actually.
You know what? That's probably a better idea because Jay's already a star.
He can already make the crowd move.
Yeah,
he doesn't need a belt to make
right.
a move.
He's right. That is the better idea because to put Chad on that star list, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll give you that.
He's a good wrestler, man.
So Jay and Jimmy going back and forth. Then we had Grayson Waller taking the side of Jimmy. Then we had 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you hear some sort of like distortion and El Iglio, and I'm like, huh?
Why did they change his theme? That was really weird. Yeah.
And it's Andrade. I went because Andrade is my guy. If anybody knows, I've loved Andrade for years. And he had this great, crazy mask. I went crazy.
Yeah,
Took
I
it
did.
off.
He looked
great
cool.
to see Andrade back. I totally forgot he was coming back to WWE. I totally forgot.
No, I knew.
I actually forgot he
I had a
left
feeling he was
AEW. I
coming
actually
back.
forgot he left. I knew he left AEW.
Yeah.
I forgot. So
Terrible. It was the character building at AEW that probably made him leave because they didn't do anything with him.
Yeah. So unfortunate.
It's really sad, man.
Andrade is back, baby. Great to see him back.
Yep.
Carmelo Hayes from NXT.
Yeah, that was good.
Joined.
Yeah,
Great to see him
I
looking
enjoyed that.
great.
Yeah,
Jumping
yeah.
up, hopping up around the ring, just going crazy. Another future. I predict he's going to be a future of the business. Shinsuke Nakamura was next. Then we had Santos Escobar.
No, Shinsuke Nakamura got a great pop.
Let's
not.
he always
That
does.
was fantastic.
They were
He's a
singing
heel.
his song,
He's
man.
a heel.
Yeah, bro.
Always sings the
Rick
song.
Boogs is not here anymore. But that was a great pop.
He always
like-
gets it, man. People love Shinsuke. Santos Escobar, big up Santos. Another one I think is a future in the business.
Oh, 100%.
Karrion Kross. Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
What is it with Carrion?
I like Karrion, but I just don't know.
Do you?
I know. Like I think I got a soft spot for
You know
him.
who Carrion reminds me of? Raven.
No, but
You
Raven,
like-
no, but Raven
you
was
like-
dope.
you like
no,
Raven.
no, don't do that.
You like him.
Don't do that to Raven.
But he's not the best. He
No,
wasn't
no,
the
no,
best
no,
on
but
the
Raven was
roster.
dope.
He was alright.
ECW Raven.
I'm talking about WCW Raven. They were
Even
just
then-
in the
even-
crowd.
even
Just
then
in
he
the
was
crowd.
dope.
No
Even-
match.
WCW
Just like
Raven.
Sting. You had one side Raven,
Bro.
one side Sting.
WCW Raven
And then
was
you
sick.
pick a moment and you see this lonely man. Not even wrestling. He's not even wrestling this week.
He
He's
was
just
lonely.
there.
He was lonely. But Raven, he had the flock though. He had the flock. But
That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, but WCW, his first initial run at WCW, he was brilliant. It's only after he
And
lost
then-
when he lost to Goldberg, he just went downhill. For
I
him.
don't know what happened to Ravens in WCW, but it wasn't good.
WWE should have done more with Raven.
They didn't do anything
I
with
know.
him or Perry.
They just
I
made,
thought
they just
it
made
was
him
awful.
hardcore champion. They just made him hardcore
It was
champion.
painful.
He had some good matches though. Like,
No, but what?
I mean,
now
I
saying-
wasn't watching. Like,
That's what I'm trying to say, 'cause
Don't
you're
know-
young.
don't- Yeah.
You didn't get to see him.
But how old are you?
He's
27.
37.
That's not too young.
No,
No, I've
but you
seen
didn't
it.
get to
I've
see.
always seen him,
You
but-
didn't get to see his promo game, bro.
Okay.
He's one of the best promos, bro.
Why do
His
you
promo
like?
was crazy.
Why do you like Karrion Kross then?
I got a soft spot for Karrion. I definitely agree with Rival that
He's got good promos though.
that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
Really
he
good
can
promos.
cut good
Especially
promos.
when he gets in the ring and loses, it just washes away
Yeah.
the work.
In TNA, he was brilliant.
Amazing.
So that's what I want to see.
Good champion as well.
But I just feel like his confidence since he's come to WWE has been diminished a bit.
I think
he's
they
coming back
messed
with this
him up.
faction. Yeah, they
messed him
a
up
bit.
with
yeah.
that.
Yeah, with
thing.
they try to make him look like Demolition.
Yeah.
You look like a dominatrix.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it
crazy.
was weird. Bit
And
too
you know that was
weird,
Vince,
man.
isn't it?
You know that was Vince, innit? That's what I'm saying.
Freehold! anyway, Dirty Dominic's next, coming to a ray of booze.
I do love
Dominic is incredible, bro.
Yeah, no, he's the,
Incredible.
He's the best.
What is
He's
this?
the best right now.
What does Archie call him? Tom and Nick.
Tom and Nick.
Brilliant. Carlito's next. Bobby Lashley.
I do like Carlito.
Lashley got a good
Carlito's,
response.
Yeah.
There's Lashley response. He got eliminated by Karrion Kross, and then there was a melee between him and Karrion Kross outside the ring.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then the Authors of Pain come to back
Street
Karrion,
Profits.
and then the Street Profits came, and then they just had a little fight.
Was the Street Profits in the Rumble
Nah,
this year?
No, they
That
weren't.
was their spot.
Not one of them?
No, their spot was to help.
Carry on.
Ludwig Kaiser was next.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
gets
they
eliminated by Kofi Kingston to a disappointed Gunther who
Makes
arrives.
sense though. Let them carry on the rivalry.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Hopefully Big E returns.
Probably. I reckon.
He might be the one to beat Gunther, you know.
Yeah. No.
might
no,
be, you know.
I hope he doesn't.
He might.
Nah, don't do that. Don't.
He
do
might,
that.
bro.
He's
Why
a
not?
good wrestler, but
If
not
he
by
is
himself.
back, if he is back,
He
we don't
wasn't
know.
a good
We don't know if he's
WWE
back.
champion. Let's call a spade a spade.
No, but he could be a good Intercontinental champion. He's been one
He's
before.
been
So he
one,
wasn't
yeah.
a good world champion.
No, he wasn't. But he,
In you know what it is. I feel like the person that has to dethrone Gunther has to be.
a world champion.
They just have to be physically able to do the job.
But
And I
Big E's
feel-
physically able.
just coming off an injury. You give it to Gable, man.
He just wasn't able.
He was okay with
Yeah, man.
100%.
No, but at the same time, I feel like let Big E go back in the because the injury he had was pretty serious. Let him ease back into the roster before you give him anything. Because throwing a title on a just injured man is crazy.
Yeah.
So let him ease back in and maybe a title match with Gable.
True.
Us
I was
to
expecting
theory-
him to come back in this.
In this.
He's-
Yeah,
I
was
people
hoping.
hope he's number 30.
I
innit?
think
Hoping,
Mania, like you know how they did the Hardy sort of
Yeah,
pop.
yeah, yeah.
They probably do something like that again. That would be great.
Theory was next. Finn Balor. Then
I do like Finn.
Cody Rhodes.
Finn's good. Cody was that was a good number for him this year.
Yeah, number 15. Bronson Reed. Kofi Kingston.
Yep.
Gunther. Ivar,
Gunther was really amazing this Rumble.
and a great surprise entry, Bron Breakker, who looked
Spared the life out of
fantastic.
Ivar.
Yeah, he was great.
Spared the life
he
out of
looked
him. That was great.
fantastic.
That guy is so fast.
He's
the
bringing
way
back
he,
the
the
spear.
way he's
He's
just
bringing
like,
back the Steiners, bro.
yeah.
That man wrestles just like his dad.
Do we change his name?
Listen, I was always vexed they changed his name. It should have been Rex Steiner from the beginning. Why did they change to Bron? Bron Breakker's a dead name, bro.
If they give him the Steiner name,
I would have loved that.
Why did they do that?
I
Everyone
guess it's
knows.
just, it's the ownership. And
okay.
also, Steiner's a bit controversial.
Yeah, true.
It probably was a smart move.
yeah.
Because after he changed his name, and then the Steiners got Hall of Fame, and then Rick Steiner started saying a bunch of anti-trans stuff, and I was just like, bro.
Okay.
Probably keeping breakers.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's keep
Let's
this one.
keep his name.
And we own Breaker. We own the Breaker name.
You are not going to say nothing.
Yeah. Come on.
Almost,
Makes sense.
I'm assuming, took the Brock Lesnar spot.
I heard it was
thought that
Braun.
was for
Braun Breaker to the Brock
yeah,
Lesnar spot.
yeah.
Okay, that
I
makes sense.
think Omos was always
So
coming
wait,
back.
okay.
And then Dominic
Dominic
eliminated Braun.
Dominic was supposed to eliminate Brock, you think?
Yeah.
Interesting.
If he would have done
Imagine
that, I
that.
would have dropped every snack I had on the
that would
day.
have been sick.
That would have been cool.
crazy.
Pat McAfee came up next. He joined the ring, but then he
And
saw almost his figure and stature, and he was like,
So him and Braun, and he said, "Yeah, I'm
this
I'm
is
good."
long. And he jumped over the
But
top.
then
Fair enough.
I did read he didn't even he didn't know he was in the Rumble.
Oh, so that was a surprise.
Oh, really?
He was just as surprised as we was.
So when he did that was actually done for Joe. Oh, wow.
Which is fantastic
He did well.
freestyling if he
Yeah,
actually
100%,
did it.
yeah.
JD McDonough was next.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about this guy. Probably the funniest spot in Royal Rumble history.
The truth.
R-Truth comes back a second time. This time he's rightfully in the men's Royal Rumble. Jumps into the ring. And then I think it's Gunther and Dominic Mysterio
Yep.
going back and forth. R-Truth goes to the apron and goes
for
for
the
the
hot
hot tag. The crowd goes crazy.
It's the jump that Dominic gave.
We're talking about that. Everybody in Box Park was crying. Like, everybody was
man.
laughing hysterically. He goes for the hot tag, calls for the crowd to cheer. The crowd's going nuts. Dom powers out of whatever Gunther's sleeper hold. Jumps for the hot tag. The crowd goes crazy.
Nice.
R-Truth goes in, does the Cena.
Yeah.
That was
Cena,
hilarious.
But obviously ends up getting eliminated by Gunther.
Yeah.
What? Hey, R-Truth, since he's been back, he's been phenomenal, man.
He's been one
They
of the
need
best
to bring
things.
back I know we've got the world title, the IC title. Maybe you bring back the European title.
He needs
yeah,
something.
man.
He needs something.
Or the 24/7.
Yeah.
For his
bring
years of
that.
service, I mean, he had the 24 title. I guess they did give him that. But big up R-Truth. That's such a talent.
He's
Man.
too funny, man. He's too funny.
Miz comes out.
So
Then
good.
Damian Priest, who eliminates R-Truth, I believe, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Yep.
CM Punk comes out, number 27.
Injures himself. Yeah,
We'll talk about that in a minute. Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, and Sami Zayn. Great
Number
back and forth.
30. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sami Zayn, number 30. How does everyone feel about that one?
I was okay with it, but
I'm
was
annoyed,
insane.
I'm annoyed he didn't last long, though.
I was pissed off, I'm not going to lie.
He
Because
should have at least make him...
we always know the number 30 is for someone.
yeah, they could have put someone better. I
And
reckon.
it's crazy to think what a year can do to a character. For me to not... Last year, if you would have said Sami Zayn's number
would have gone
30, I
crazy.
would have lost my mind.
no.
This year, I'm like, why? Give it to someone that wants it. Come on, it's just lazy writing. That's what I was shouting at the TV.
Yeah, I get that. 100%.
So let's talk about the last two. The final two was CM Punk and Cody. They went back and forth.
Yep.
You could tell something was wrong with CM Punk. I think he took a what's the name of Drew McIntyre's
DDT.
The DDT, but
And he landed on his hand.
It
or
landed on
something
his
like
arm,
that.
tore his
it
muscle.
The same muscle from AEW?
Yeah, I think it's the same muscle from AEW. You know,
He was right
I
tricep.
think the writing's on the wall for Punk soon.
That
You might have-
that
you might have a-
commentary spot when Pat McAfee has to go back to sports might be
Punk might have a couple matches in him left. You know, unfortunately.
You reckon?
He might.
It's looking rough, isn't it?
It's looking bad.
It's looking rough.
This is 3 injuries in a year now.
Hmm.
It's not looking good.
And hasn't had a main match on the roster yet.
Even in AEW, he looked a bit shaky in some
Yeah,
matches.
in general.
Yeah,
You know what?
just in general.
I remember I did ring you about when CM Punk debuted at Survivor Series, and I was like, he looked a bit muscled in that t-shirt. It looked like he's
yeah.
back
Big,
because
yeah.
in AEW,
Yeah, he looked
looked a bit rough, rugged, still trying to. And now we've got another injury.
sad.
Very sad, yeah.
So Punk and Cody go back and forth. Quite great between the two. Good stuff. You know, spots.
Good match.
GTS, yeah.
Good little 1-2.
Cody finally gets the win. for the second time in a row, Royal Rumble winner, and he points straight at Roman Reigns like, I'm coming for your belt.
I like that.
I love that. Did the Bullet Club, well,
Yeah.
as well. Too sweet.
But I like
Shout out to Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks.
champions being in the...
Yeah, in the
Is
booth.
that the
Brilliant.
first time we've ever seen that?
I think they've done it
Because-
before.
Oh, okay.
Who?
I feel like with Hunter and something. No, maybe I'm wrong, you know. I think you're right. With Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
With Royal Rumble, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that's
Okay,
the first.
but
They should do
might be
that
the first
more,
time.
man.
That was great.
That was cool. Like
That
both
was
of them being there,
Yeah.
you know.
Seth having
Yeah.
his booth.
Yeah. That
Rollins
was
having-
good. I like that.
Right decision, right? I think so.
I'll be honest. I did think Punk was going to win. And the only reason I thought he was going to win is because if you, on paper, 10 years ago, his last match was at Royal Rumble. Imagine to win it. You come back after 10 years, humble beginnings, and you win the Rumble. That's storytelling for the Seth. Because it's kind of written in the stars that Cody versus Roman is a thing. So it would have been good maybe to see him figure it out at maybe like Elimination Chamber or something in that sort of regard. But I guess you got to go for the common sense is to have Cody win, innit?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the only tell a lie. The reason why I didn't think Cody was gonna win because I was like, he won it last year. There's no way they're gonna give it to him twice. Forgot this is the guy that they're making the guy.
The
He's
guy.
He's the first guy in 26 years to win the.
So let's talk about that. The first double Royal Rumble winner was Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Then it was Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
Then it was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He was like 4 times.
He was 3 times, but he done it twice back to back.
Yeah.
So did Shawn, so did Hogan, and now it's Cody. He's the fourth man to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's winning that belt. He's winning it.
I just
100%.
thought personally, like they
Is he
could have done
keeping
it a different
or
way.
is Damien
maybe.
taking it?
Good point.
That
That's
would
a
be
good
hilarious.
That's a good point. I didn't think
Because
of
that is a great way to keep the story.
going. But he finally topples Reigns.
When
but
Priest comes out,
I think if
That
I'm
would
honest
be
with you,
insane.
I think people would be pissed.
Oh,
Like
if I'm honest with you,
that's
that would be
the
good though.
heat on him
Yes,
would be-
yes,
that would
yes.
be great.
And
People
if
would
it
be
makes
fuming.
Dominic come out with him as well.
Yeah. I feel like they might save that for Seth. Whoever Seth's
At
opponent
this
is.
point, you actually need Judgment Day to take that title off Seth because he's
Yeah.
also injured.
Yeah. So
This
I
is
think
bad.
Seth's gonna beat whoever he's facing at Mania, and that's when.
Does
And it's,
Seth-
like, and
does-
it's kind of like karma for Seth.
what
he
hap-
cashed in against
Yes,
Reigns
yeah,
and
this-
Lesnar.
yes.
What do we do at Chamber now? Do we have a match to decide who's gonna fight Seth at the Chamber
I don't know
for
what's
the main
happening.
event?
All I know is let's talk about Raw quickly.
Yeah. of
All I
course.
know is Seth came up to Cody and was like, trying to convince.
Fight me at Rain.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like,
this negotiation you're trying to do.
this must be a new book.
It's not working,
This must
bro.
be a new story.
Nah.
You know
Man
that.
said-
Roll it.
Do you want the Hogan title?
Yeah, yeah.
Both Hogan titles, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
But do you want the Hogan title?
It doesn't
Or do you
show
want,
up.
do you want the workhorse title? I want the Hogan title.
Yeah.
I'll be honest
Sorry,
with you.
bro.
Yeah.
This has got
what,
lineage.
What story?
It's got-
Yeah, like.
He's been saying it all year that he wants that title.
It's
like.
like, no, bro, it's not gonna work. Nobody
the
cares.
piss.
Yeah.
People want Cody to go for Reigns.
We
They
want
don't
that.
want.
Yeah,
they don't
like-
want, yeah. Come on now.
That's not part of the story if he
Nah.
wins that
I
title.
get
But he
it.
tried.
I get it, but he's
feel like
kind of
he's getting
shooting himself in the foot a little bit. Like,
But
he's
imagine
like-
beating somebody 4 times. What's the point?
Yeah.
We want the other title.
Yeah, exactly. And another talking point. We're not gonna talk about Raw completely, but we have to talk about CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
That was
So
fantastic.
CM Punk cut a beautiful promo talking about, you know, his injury, how he's the dream of main event WrestleMania always eludes him, and he's think it's gonna happen to him again. It slips from his hands. He was welling up, cried.
Yeah.
Talked about his good
A
friend.
genuine moment.
Yeah.
In this sport, this
Yeah.
was a genuine,
genuine
moment.
moment. One thing I rated about Punk, but he was like, being the best in the world is not who I am. The best in the world is people who fight cancer every day, the people that work hard.
Oh yeah, whatever.
no,
man.
but that's
Come on,
amazing.
man.
No, that's good stuff.
That's Cody's spot.
No, but
That's not your spot, fam.
That's
but
a Cody
that's
line.
his way of
line to be
saying.
honest.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're
man.
saying, but that's his way of saying.
I do hear
This
it.
is not a big deal, man.
But-
Like, I'll be back.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
we just saw the AEW one last year. You can't fool me so quick with these promo runs, yeah? You just injured yourself. Wrap this up.
Yeah.
And let's get Drew in there for the headbutt.
But Drew, let's talk about Drew's promo though.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I think
great.
that's the best
You know
promo.
what? I
Do you
didn't
know why it
think
was
they'd do that.
amazing? Because it's truth based,
Yeah.
bro.
I didn't
Yeah.
think they'd do it though.
Drew-
I didn't think anyone was gonna come out. So when he came out and he's like, I prayed for times like this. I'm like, oh,
Drew said,
Yeah,
Drew
yeah,
said, he said, I'm not a spiritual person.
but I prayed for times.
He said, when you eliminated from Royal Rumble, it was one of the worst moments of my life. But that quickly changed when I found out what happened to you. he goes, I'm not a spiritual person, but I prayed for this. And it happened. You're injured. You're out of WrestleMania. Amazing. Like, Drew McIntyre. And you know he don't like Punk in real life. Yeah. So it's like, this is real.
But to cost him after, while he's injured, he attacked him after that. I was like, this is amazing.
And then Punk had to take the bump from him.
Amazing.
Take out his arm, make sure he's injured even more.
Amazing.
Then Drew went on freaking
Just
Twitter.
to watch. Yeah. He come out the ring and watch from the apron when Sami Zayn came and saved the day. But it's just a watching.
But did you see what Drew did on Twitter?
Yeah, that was amazing. That
Picture
amazing
of him
picture.
by the coffin. And the tombstone says WrestleMania, CM Punk's WrestleMania dreams. And he's posing.
That is a great match for when I think
Drew McIntyre's won me over.
Put Drew in a title picture and have CM Punk come and stop him on his tracks. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. I'm hoping
at
what
this
would be
point,
great.
He's going to get that title.
What would be great is Punk. I mean, I'm assuming the injury is going to be 6 months, but if he heals faster than that,
6 months is fine.
He'll be alright, and he'll be back.
4 months, he's going to get injured again.
You're right. He needs to the 6. You're right.
Give him the 6.
No, you're right.
Let him recover.
You can't rush it. Yeah, you can't
6
rush
months can bring him to SummerSlam.
You can't rush it. You're right.
That, and then we can get the Seth.
You're right.
CM Punk at SummerSlam. But we give him 4 months and put him back in the field with all these great in-ring ability wrestlers. He's injured again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All right. Let's give some awards out for the Royal Rumble match.
Of course.
MVP of the men's Royal Rumble.
MVP.
Gunther?
Yeah.
I'd say Gunther this year.
Gunther or
I know you were about to say Kofi.
Cody.
I'm gonna go Jimmy Uso. You know, I thought he was great. He was like doing like dance
in there.
He was like trying to get.
He's making cinema.
He was trying to get people to come and help him, and they were like, nah. And he was just like dancing and everything. Like he just. Oh man, he's hilarious.
Funniest moment? R-Truth.
R-Truth.
Hot tag,
for sure.
yeah.
Best moment?
Ooh.
That's the thing, man. Maybe the ending with Cody was the best moment.
Him pointing at Ray.
Pointing at the sign.
Yeah.
And worst performance?
CM Punk.
No, don't do that.
Sorry.
Punk did well, man. He did well, bro. He just got hurt. He got hurt.
Nah, I know, and it's a shame. But
I'm gonna say Lashley and Karrion Kross, because that man fought for 2 seconds outside the ring, and then it was a smudge.
I didn't understand why none of the Street Profits was in the Rumble. Like,
and where's
Montez Ford should have been in the Rumble.
Where was Gable, man?
No Gable either.
There was no Gable in it.
No Gable, no Otis.
Tozawa.
No, Tozawa.
Wow.
And I thought because they put the championship match on like after the women's Rumble, I thought maybe we'd see Randy Orton, LA Knight, AJ Styles.
None of them in the Rumble. That's actually kind of crazy because that's the first time that might have happened. Because we've seen Edge lose the title at Rumble
and then
win the Rumble.
And then win it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's rank this. We're gonna wrap up this podcast in a minute, but before we do, let's rank Royal Rumble 2024 out of 5. I'm gonna go to you first, rival.
3.5 for the men's.
What about the pay-per-view?
Let's say overall 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3.
Because
I'm gonna go 3.
Compared to last year, like I don't think you lot understand. Last year when it came to the Rumble,
it's brilliant.
It's
brilliant.
So much in awe with the Bloodline story.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
I don't even think we cared about the Rumble.
I did not. I just wanted to see what happened.
I've never been so invested in a singles match at the Rumble as much as Roman Reigns at that moment to see.
Who did he wrestle again?
Kevin Owens. They handcuffed him, beat the brakes off of him.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That's when Sammy turned back. Yeah, that was brilliant.
That chair shot was so loud.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I think, would you agree, best women's Royal Rumble match so far?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Someone finally suplexed Nia Jax properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys for joining me tonight.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Rival, where people can find you on the social media, man?
JUSRIVAL on all socials. I don't change it. It's just the same.
Same every time.
Yeah, every time.
Stephen?
TYJGA on all socials.
And you can follow me at Skillit World, SKILLIT World. We'll be back with more Kick Out podcasts. Stay tuned.